Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. Hey, welcome to the Tarp Report.
The Tarp Report
with Sam and Jess. It is a beautiful Friday. Usually we record on Monday or Tuesday, but we're recording on a Friday because
Happy Friday.
I'm headed out to the Midwest.
We've done it again.
Done it again.
Congratulations.
I'm glad we're not doing a midnight episode.
I prefer them.
Did you like it?
All I can think about a lot too is because Trey said our voices were warm. And like I think about that, I'm like, oh, I just can't in the morning. My voice it's too chilly.
You're the only one wearing headphones.
No, I'm not.
Literally, oh yeah, Trey is wearing headphones.
I want you to do another survey of the room.
Oh
tell me
yeah,
again.
we should probably.
You're the only one not wearing headphones.
Oh shit!
Thank you. Yes.
God dang, what's wrong with me?
I don't know.
I don't want to wear my headphones.
Yeah, don't. It sounds good, bro.
Thanks, Trey. Trey's got my back. We should talk about our
Dun, dun, dun.
our special guest.
Hello, special guest.
Our special guest is my special lady.
Aww. Who's that?
My wonderful wife, Brittney Miller.
Yay.
Is joining us.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Hello, my friend. Good morning.
Here.
Awesome. Thanks
Never
for
podcasted before, so
thanks for coming in.
Yeah, I can tell.
You've never been to
Not
you
doing
haven't
great.
been to Nate's either.
I haven't the Nate's either.
Yeah.
So the rule of thumb is just so you know, whenever Sam says anything, you just breeze past it. You just keep on trucking.
She was gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
My life.
So yeah. Right. Just same principle here.
Yeah. Is this good podcasting behavior?
Not.
No, I'm fucking
Plastic
up. God damn it. I did
Who's
it
bad at
again.
this?
I'm not. I have issues with podcasting. I've made lots of mistakes. I make the same mistakes
Usually it's
over and
with
over again.
the cup.
This
Picking it
is
up and
not
Oh, is there one
fair.
of these coasters?
Yeah, this is not fair
I heard about
because
the coast coming down too hard.
the first time we had my mom on, I had this same feeling where
You're just
like
gonna get criticized the whole time.
then ganged up on.
there's nothing I can do.
I tried to warn you coming in.
I
was
can't
like, is there something
win.
you don't want me to talk about or not
thing.
be too mean?
It's not a thing. It's a style that you're gonna talk about me in.
It's like a roast. Like I love it.
No, it's
I love you, but
it's my
there's a lot of
podcast.
things I could say.
It's his podcast.
It's me
Brittney.
and Jess's podcast. Sorry, Jess.
Oh wow.
Just get it right. It's his podcast.
I did it again.
Jess.
Yeah. As we were saying. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's awesome. So let's just dive in. How long have you guys been married?
Since
11 years and
2011.
11 years and change, or is it 12 years
I mean, what's
since 2011?
that's all. I can do
I don't feel bad about not knowing because she
So it
don't
was
know.
I only
either
remember that
11 and a
because-
half or 12.
because that was because our firstborn was born in 2010.
That's
and
how I
we
always
got
figured
married
out.
the next year. So,
I was just, how old is Oliver? And then I add a year.
yeah.
That's how long.
Did you guys have did you have a regular people wedding? Or did you have like a courthouse wedding?
We had a poor person wedding.
Yeah.
And a poor
It was a
person.
regular- yeah.
And our honeymoon was camping
Oh
out
yeah. The
mid-canal.
honeymoon was.
What's a choice considering
It was
how much camping you had done so far
yeah,
in your life?
Yeah. Sam and I had different experiences with camping by the time we were adults.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So our honeymoon was camping with a 6-month-old.
Dude,
Super fun.
I am not a outside person, let alone or a baby person. So my God,
That's
can
where you
imagine
had
both of
babies.
them. Yeah, I go outside too.
What
but-
did you do when
Oh,
a
I
baby
love
came
mine.
out of you and you're like, oh, God, dang it.
Mine
There's
are
a baby
super
here. Oh, okay. You love your
Yeah,
babies.
I like mine.
It must be like a chemical thing, like a bond.
Yeah, like yeah. Well, they look like me,
Like
and I'm
fentanyl.
very partial to
Are
people
you
who
like,
look like me.
What do you mean, like, why she loves her? What do you say? What do you say?
Well, she said she doesn't like babies. And I'm like, well, you have them.
Well, yeah, you have to like your own.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, it's like
It's
that
other people's that I have a
dinosaur guarding the eggs.
No, that's not true. My favorite room at school is the infant room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I
Smells in
like
there.
to go.
That smell is
smells
wild.
sanitary. In
I love
there.
it. It smells like shit. It smells like shit, but a
Not
good
my,
way.
not my.
Not in your baby room.
No, I don't know what the hell is happening in your infant room, but my infant room feels like a clean space.
Because I was an assistant preschool teacher for a while, and I never worked in the baby room.
Yeah.
Because I just think they're boring.
No,
They don't do
that's not
anything.
why.
Why? Why didn't I work in the baby room?
I don't think you were qualified at the time.
I wasn't qualified for anything.
you
I did
imagine?
meth. And then I
They
stopped.
were like, well,
Certainly
Sam
we're not.
doesn't want to work in the baby room, so we'll put him in this other one. I don't think that's.
No, I told them.
Yeah, you told him.
They made an offer. They were like, "You want to work in a baby room?" I was like, "Hell no,
They were like,
no babies for me."
can you imagine if a baby fell from that height?
I worked.
Jeez Louise.
I worked.
The baby wouldn't fall. He would be dropped.
Yeah, the baby wouldn't fall. The baby would have been dropped. Yeah,
Yeah, that would have been a user error.
Baby's like.
I worked in the
Like a
Fox
2-month-old.
room. I worked in the Fox room primarily with like the 3-year-olds. That was my favorite. So
Yeah, see, I like the infant room because the infant room, they do not have they can't talk back.
Yeah.
They do not have opinions of their own.
Yeah.
Like they can cry and that's fine. And they're going to cry. And you just have to accept that.
see, I don't like the mystery of what babies want.
Oh, there's only a couple things. I mean, there's only so many.
Yeah, you do go through that thing. I know how to do it. I was pretty good when the kids were babies. I did all right. We handled
Both
it.
were trying to figure it out together,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
we both did as well as we could.
right. And that's
You
all
do.
of us. Yeah.
Sure, I'm glad I have my notifications on so I can hear people say mean things about me
did
on the
you-
internet.
Is that another podcast faux pas?
Yeah.
I silenced my
Yeah.
phone.
Literally, I'll literally be telling a story and Sam will grab his phone. And
Yeah.
I was looking up something about you.
that was one time that happened. One time that you just
The
so
other
happened.
time I was trying
what
to
about the
find
other
the
times?
jokes that I wrote for the podcast. This isn't.
Where he plays the victim.
I'm being attacked.
I'm being attacked.
I'm being attacked.
Nobody knows how hard it is to be.
This is
Sam
what
Miller.
it's like to be an antelope with a cheetah.
Thank you. I appreciate that insult. I'll take that.
Bullshit.
Put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, you know what is replaying in my head over and over is how before the podcast started, Sam told me that I smell like doo-doo.
I didn't say you smell like shit. I said that usually your perfume does. This is exactly what I said. I said usually your perfume doesn't bother me, but today for some reason it is. That's not saying you smell like shit. And usually I like your perfume.
Is it the same perfume?
Yeah, she always smells the
So
same.
you're the problem.
So you're the greatest common factor.
You know what? I just got another whiff of it. I'm good now.
Changed your mind.
It might have been something that you were saying, and I confused the sound with the scent. Maybe what you were saying was pissing me off, and I thought that it was the smell because like wires got crossed.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think she was saying anything.
I don't know. I remember a lot of people being really fucking mean to me.
I don't remember.
I remember being attacked.
No,
I
not.
remember being attacked, and
what
I was like,
happened.
when this podcast
It was
starts,
some
I'm gonna have to
revisionist
defend
history.
myself.
No, this is like the opposite of what
I feel
happened
like
before.
I'm on
And
Crossfire.
just said that this is what would happen.
Yeah, I literally called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
you're
okay.
gonna stink up the
That
room.
pissed me off. That's what
stunk
I.
Oh, that.
room.
That's what happened. That's what made me angry.
This is what the people want. They want passion.
Yeah.
They want passion.
I mean,
Has anyone ever said that?
What?
Like, where are you getting this feedback
like
from?
Sam, more passion.
I just
They're
have
like,
a
we need
sense.
Sam to be louder.
More. Yeah.
I have a sense of people. I can read
Yeah.
people.
You think you can?
I don't read books. I read people.
You don't read people. You just do the Sam Miller thing and then find out what kind of person. This is the fun thing about. So I'm like more introverted than obviously Sam Miller, and which is nice in a lot of situations being a couple because then you can go to a party or we don't go to parties, but like wherever, and he takes over the talking parts and. But then there's some things that we go together to that I would like to be more, that I'm like better at managing, like parent-teacher conferences or like doctor appointments for the kids.
That's where I do some of my best work.
Or,
Right, and then
or at a
he's-
restaurant, anywhere we are together, any other stranger that comes into this situation, Sam has to test if they think he's funny.
Right.
And so he gets and if they don't react, he just adds on. It gets weirder and weirder.
Well, because it wasn't funny enough.
And I care less and less as time goes on if people actually think I'm funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
I just like saying things and then seeing what happens.
Yeah, restaurants and stuff like that, it's not as bad, but like the teachers.
Yeah.
So some of
Some
those
teachers don't think Sam is funny.
Some of them do. Some of them do.
Yeah, no, you get some laughs sometimes. Congratulations, but like,
Congrats.
didn't I make a fentanyl joke in that one conference?
you have made fentanyl jokes to the pediatrician.
Nice. You got any needles?
By the way, I want to say this just so people know.
Counselor?
Yes, I do joke about fentanyl. I've had friends that I'm not going to get too heavy, but like there's a reason I joke about fentanyl, and it's because I joke about things that scare the shit out of me. So anyway, moving on.
All right. It was fine.
I don't understand how you take the headphones off. It makes me uncomfortable that like my people here are listening to what I'm listening to right now.
Why?
Just because it's weird. It's weird.
You want me to take my headphones off?
Can you?
Why?
Just so the experience can be just kosher. Not you, Jess. You're just.
But
you're normal. But like she's a guest, I want her to just talk and the headphones. It's bugging me. It'll be good though.
But I should keep them on.
You can do what you want. You're the OG. You and Sam are the OG. She's the guest.
It's our podcast.
You're right, Trey, because I was like listening to myself and it was in my head a little
It's
bit.
fine. See?
But you're the OG, Jess. You can tell me what to do, really.
Do you have small earlobes?
Thank you for noticing.
Jess has the earlobes that go right down into her face.
Mm-hmm. They
What are
connect.
your
They
earlobes?
connect.
Oh,
There's my ears are stretched.
Hers
but,
dangle off like yours.
Yeah.
There's dangle.
Some connect like.
Yeah.
Please don't tell my
different
wife
kinds
that
of
her
earlobes.
earlobes
I'm
dangle.
dang. I see
very
you dangly,
offensive.
girl.
What are those called? The gauges?
Yeah. No, nothing gets past you. Trey's on it today.
Sam is on it
That was
today.
mean. I've been mean. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been mean.
You're
I make
coming
Brittney
after
uncomfortable.
everyone.
No, I mean like
Let's-
not in here.
Just in general.
Oh,
In
yes.
general,
Which is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and you need to get on your mic too. That's what Trey was about to say. Oh, the levels are good. Okay, never mind. What do I know? So
Man.
I'll just listen to you.
Trey. Trey, this is going really well.
I know I am enjoying it. As well.
Nothing was as good as when the second to last time Mary was here, which was a disaster.
It wasn't that bad. It's just we just talked about dumb stuff.
Right.
By the way, somebody, a listener, I want to give dude a shout out. I can't get his name, but there was somebody who offered money to get the episode.
Oh, there's been lots of people who have offered money to get the episode.
How
that
much,
we
though?
erased.
Like, I haven't asked because
It's gone, isn't it? Did you erase it?
But
I'm pretty sure it's gone.
Yeah, we want it gone. We're not going
wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No, we don't want it. We don't want it. So my mom came here and we talked about like this comedy drama stuff that we weren't supposed to talk about. And like we didn't know when we were doing it that we weren't supposed to talk about it.
Oh yeah, you didn't know about this? Oh, big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, you know about it.
And then so we had to delete the episode.
Yeah, no, I think you told me about that.
Yeah, I've definitely told you about it because honestly, I can't really talk to that many other people about
Yeah.
it. Like I talked to Jess about it.
But
and
when
some
you
people.
talk to me about comedy drama, it kind of like I'm
It's dumb.
I'm just
I
like,
don't-
who's that? Who's that?
I don't know.
Okay, but that's not true though. Well, you used to be a comic though.
I don't know if I'd call myself a comic. I was open micer.
Okay, that's still you did
Yeah,
comedy.
And I mean, I had a couple paid gigs before I dipped out of that, but it was like,
Oh god, you can't say dipped out.
She had
Oh,
a
no.
good-
Dipped out. Sorry, it's a Vanderpump Rules reference. Everyone, God, the only person who will get this is Dane. Dane, we're laughing. It's okay.
I quit because of social anxiety.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where like before the one of the last shows I remember doing, I was sitting in the car and it was one that Sam couldn't come with me to. And that's the other part is like when we're both doing it and we have kids at home, like we can't go together. So I don't
Right.
have my like, what did I call him? extroverted person to help me out. And so I'd like sit in the car until like right before I could go in and just like stress out about my set. And like, it wasn't fun anymore.
I hear that. Yeah.
And I wasn't doing it to like ever make it a career. It was kind of something that I always wanted to do as a kid. And I grew up like watching stand up and like mimicking it. And then I did it and it was fun. And I was like, well, there's a lot of people trying to like make something out of this and I'm not. And it makes me anxious. So I just done with that.
I'm not the only one who thinks this, but
It was fun.
She had like a solid, I think like 7-8 minutes that you could pretty much bust out anywhere.
Yeah, I can't
Because you had two
remember,
kind of
but
separate open mic sets you would do about your dad and like some other stuff. And
I forgot that I did that stuff.
yeah, it was really good.
God.
Yeah, she had solid jokes. She actually wrote, and they're actually jokes too. It wasn't just like straight
Well,
storytelling stuff. It was really like
Yeah, I
good
was
stuff.
gonna.
And the way she crafted it too, it's funny because like me and Brittney we love each other very much, but we are very different people, and I love that actually. Yeah, you'll have to excuse
So our
me.
jokes are different.
I'm having
okay?
What in the
He's overwhelmed.
What in the
having
what
issues.
is going? You're crying now? You were just. Are you okay?
No,
You need to have a sweet tart and calm down.
I'm not. These are Smarties, not sweet tarts. Fucking get your shit together. Learn
Well,
to
I was gonna
recognize-
say,
See how I went after her? Because that's the thing.
yeah,
Is like,
just turn it around.
I'm embarrassed because I'm being like emotional, and then I like attack Jess.
Yeah.
It's like our thing. No, we'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. Like
Okay.
what's going on? Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm totally overwhelmed right now. I had my online internet stuff kind of went wild yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I know that. Well, I know like the other day I tagged you in a video and then, as like an invite for a collaborator, which normally would be like, you'd accept immediately. And then I had to like be like, Sam, be my collaborator on the video, please. So I'm like, that was an indicator that
I
probably,
can't.
yeah.
If I open my phone and look at it, it doesn't matter what I'm trying to do. There will be 3 people that are like directly trying to communicate with me, and I'm trying to separate like what's important for me to answer, what's not. So I had a video that I posted, I think 10 days ago. It just hit 1 million, which is good, on Facebook.
Nice.
And then my follower count is on Facebook is going up very fast. I'm going to be on the Bob and Tom radio show on the Midwest tour. I found that out yesterday.
No big deal.
It's cool.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
But so like it's all good stuff, but it's just like
It's just-
so much.
it's too much.
I think
Yeah.
also like your work and personal life are just like your phone, I feel like is such a source of anxiety. But also it's not like you can
Right.
turn it off because it's your job.
I'm really excited that, Brittney's coming on tour with me this weekend, and I'm really excited about that because when I'm driving, I'm not on my phone, and I'll have.
Yeah.
I don't do it that much.
Well,
but-
no, I meant like I mean you're always making phone calls.
Oh, yeah,
too.
Bluetooth,
like when you're
yeah. That's
driving, you're
Bluetooth,
calling
though.
people.
That's
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that you were like.
But yeah,
you're working still.
I'm gonna have to figure it out. So I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. Is it the person that got sober in 2008, the person you married in 2011? That my life kind of continues to change, and then I have to find ways to like. How does that person like? How do I relate to the world now? How do I relate to the world now? It's like I feel like whenever I figure out like how best to like work in this world, then I change, and then I have to adjust.
It's growth.
And it is. And I am in therapy now. I really like my therapist and went well. I'm meeting them again on Tuesday. And I feel
You're sleeping.
Good.
You got your
CPAPing it up.
CPAP in order.
Yeah. And so
What's that life like?
amazing.
Does it change? Because like that changes
So
for
quiet.
you too. Yeah.
The CPAP is so quiet.
Right.
I thought it was going to be loud, and I was like, it'll still be better than the snoring, but
Absolutely.
quiet.
It's a really nice CPAP.
It's weird. Sometimes I'll like stay up late playing Sims and go to bed, and it's like I don't hear snoring in the bedroom, and I don't hear anything. So I'm like, is Sam like? And I forget. I'm like, is he at a show or something? And then I'm like, no, he's just
Yeah, that's
CPAPing.
right. That's
When
so
we went
much
on
better.
our little family tour over the summer last summer, the kids and I played a game in the hotel rooms, which is fall asleep before dad because otherwise you won't be able to sleep.
we played a game
so
called
loud.
Everybody Take Your Melatonin.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was rough.
But yeah, I've been, I don't know, you guys probably, I don't know, Trey, if you ever do this, but like I run hot sometimes and like I'm always on the verge. Like it used to be like I was either going to fight somebody or I was going to cry. And now I don't fight people. So when I hit that thing, like I cry. Like I'm just, and it's not sadness. It's not happiness. It's just a lot. Like I never wanted, I just really love stand-up comedy and I wanted to do it as much as I could. And then all of a sudden I'm doing it full time. And like for me to do it full time, I have to make money at it. And for me to make money at it, I have to have like, this is how it has to be. And that's okay. You know, I'm just getting used to it. So, because I think that other people believe in me a lot more than I believe in me sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you're always working so hard that that's kind of why like you're constantly adjusting to how things are going for you, because it's not like you all of a sudden start doing it professionally. Like it was gradual.
Yeah.
And it was like, but, you know, if you just stayed the same, then you could have it figured out and relax, but
It's
you're
not,
pushing to do more. And so
Yeah.
then you have to do more.
it's not the move. I feel like
I know.
I do this
I'm
thing,
not
though,
saying
and
it's a
I'm
bad
actually
thing,
doing that
I'm
right
saying-
now. We were talking about it on the way here. Like right now, I'm gonna kind of change modes a little bit, and I'm not going
Yeah.
to.
He's done with
Yeah,
that.
we're done
And
with
when
that
he's done with
conversation.
that, it's done.
No,
Shut up.
I'm not
We're
done with that
changing-
conversation. I'm not saying no. I mean, I'm changing modes. I'm not
it's
saying
okay.
that I'm
Just give me
changing
shit.
modes of the podcast. I'm saying that I'm going to chill a little bit because I feel like. Do you remember Babe? I love that movie, Babe. You've seen
Yeah.
the movie Babe, right?
With the pig?
Yeah. Yeah, with the pig.
I'm just checking because I thought about a baseball
Not-
movie.
yeah,
I
right.
don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, there
I
is a
was
movie.
Probably.
like-
So
then
sometimes I feel like I get,
I readjusted. I was like, who am I talking to? Oh, he's talking about a pig.
you know, the end of the movie and he's like worked out the negotiations with the sheep and like, oh, spoiler alert. Hey, Trey, can you put in a spoiler alert?
No.
Can you make my voice? So take this part of the podcast and then put it
Sting?
back in the middle of the podcast.
I know podcast.
I'll throw you an extra $20. I'll throw you an extra $20.
How do I wait? Put one
Okay,
part
so
of
what I'm about to say now, cut that out and put it before what I was going to say later, but then also leave this part in because it'll be funny.
Ooh, that sounds hard. We still have time to just not do it. Just be like,
No. Listen. I used to eat a lot of acid.
Time to still
I want you. Okay, ready? Coming up, Sam is going to make a spoiler about the movie Babe. And if you don't want to know what happens,
Okay, you want that?
do that 10 seconds
cut that out, but also leave it in where it's at too. So
before the negotiation.
copy and paste.
Leaving it in both.
Yeah,
$20.
before the negotiation, before you just what?
I'm gonna give you an extra $20.
This is hard. I feel like I'm in this
Yeah, I
studio.
feel like-
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm about to tip you
He
$20.
doesn't
I
care.
still don't understand this.
Trey, don't worry about it.
You know what I mean? Just like, I'll give you $20. It's like I still don't know how to do it until like. Whoa.
He doesn't listen to the podcast, dude. You can just say you did it. Take his money.
She's right though. I'm glad that you're listening,
Yeah.
whoever you are out there.
I will say I'm trying to I feel like I'm not there, but I'm in the same busy boat. And I have to I'm trying to readjust my thinking. Adam Tiller told me that I look tired.
Adam Tiller is so out of.
Why would anybody say that to anybody?
He's like, Adam, you look tired. Yeah.
Adam told me. You know what's funny? The same
he was
night-
being sweet.
Dude,
He was
look at
trying to be
this.
nice.
So it's Nate Jackson's. It's Tuesday, right? I did the mic on Tuesday at Nate's, and then I went up to Comedy Bar. Adam Tiller by the way, has a great podcast, Fathom and Friends, that I've been on, and Jess and Dane have been on. Anyway, Adam Tiller comes into this. He goes up to Jess. He goes you look tired. He comes up to me. He goes, you look sad. He's just in here.
Wow, just telling truth.
I think he's just trying to connect.
Well, yeah, that's what I think too. I told him yesterday, we talked for a long time yesterday because he did this show with me at Angel of the Winds up there, and I told him, I forgot what I was going to say.
I told him that he looked tired over the phone. I called Sam and I was like, tell him I look tired. Tell him I say he looks tired.
It's gone.
That's all right.
But I'm trying to when Adam said that, I should have I'm trying to adjust my thinking and being I get to be tired. I get to do all of these shows and do this podcast and have my regular job and
Attitude of gratitude.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's
Yeah. I feel that it's really, for me, is not that bad at all, because I have a wonderful family and a wonderful wife and all that. And so I feel like other comedians are able to go.
Sometimes when Sam complains about his career, I'm like, oh, you get to follow your dream.
Yeah.
So sorry.
That's what I was gonna. I asked. I'm like, first of all, how does it feel to be the funny one and then not be able to, and have him, right, and have him be the one doing comedy? That's tough. And then it.
Sometimes I make jokes at home and he completely ignores me.
Oh.
Which if I ever did that to him, he would.
Oh, he would.
I also ignore you when you're not making jokes.
Yeah. I know.
That's not okay either.
Yeah, why would you bring that up?
Get out of your bucket, Phil.
You're like, this is another way I'm a piece of shit.
Right. Give her some water.
She's taking all my water.
I like it. It's like a nipple. What does that remind you of? Dude, fuck off.
Thank you.
I don't.
Love is love.
I swear it's like my
Fucking
parents.
skinny
I look at you
Right?
like my dad,
Still
and
not
it's like
this.
gross.
You're trying to
Let's
change
turn
the
on
tide.
this. Yeah. How about old skinny over here, huh? Must be
I
nice.
don't body shame people.
Yeah, he does.
Well, I don't body
Thin
shame people,
people.
but I body shame Jess all the time.
Thank you. Thank you
I
for
don't
having.
humanize
This is the most
people
body
like us.
shamey podcast that I'm a part of. It's the only
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
know.
Jess is
You-
always like, "You're fat. Your
Never.
farts smell like
Well,
yesterday."
you are kind of fat, but that's fine.
Yeah, I know.
We didn't say that. Yeah. I just, these things.
I made this for you. I've been over
You
here
didn't.
fidgeting because I'm so uncomfortable.
Well, that's
Because I didn't want to be this
so-
emotional. I didn't want to
Okay.
be this emotional. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be funny.
I love this because I feel
I
like
know it
this
is
all
good.
the time.
I know it is good.
And just like a couple weeks ago, I was having a hard time and I kept crying and not wanting to cry. It wasn't like it's like you're talking about, it wasn't like a sadness. It was like a overwhelm. And also I think hormones and I'd be trying to talk to people and tears were just coming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please ignore
What is
this.
happening right now?
My body is betraying me right now. I'm rational.
Sure.
Just don't look at this.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
My oldest had a choir concert last night, and they sang a Highwomen song.
A highwayman song?
Yeah, a Highwomen.
The way you said it was a high woman song.
a Highwomen.
Hey, woman.
Highwomen.
Highwayman.
The crowded table. And I was a bawling mess. I could just
Tell that story.
my youngest had to take the phone because I was recording it, but it was I couldn't get it together.
We did a choir concert when Oliver, what was it? When it was Buddy, when he was third grade? and they sang that Blind
Rain.
Melon song, No Rain.
you what did he call it the other day? You called it blind. You call it blind lemon or some shit like that.
Melon Lemon, what's the difference? But it was like, all I can say is that. But it was like second
Little
graders.
kids, yeah.
And then like it was like, oh, global warming. And then like they're singing the sad song. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, but it's sweet.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Yeah, it's really adorable.
I didn't write any jokes.
I know. Yeah, because you were too busy crying.
You got me.
You're a mess. I'm so. I mean, it's very exciting.
I'm not.
But
I
it's-
actually feel better. Honestly,
You always do.
this-
Because you come here and you trauma dump on us, and then we get to carry it around the rest of the
Now I
day.
feel like shit again.
Oh, see, it's back and forth. This is good. This is what friendship is.
Me and Jess, we were talking yesterday about the podcast.
What do you mean? What were we talking about?
The podcast. And that I would do this. I'm glad people listen. I know people are listening, but like I would just do this to,
Just for
hang
funsies.
out with my friend Jess.
The mics don't even have to be on.
They might not be that. We've been
Yeah,
having some difficulties.
sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's like they're not.
Trey's got a weird
Whole
look on
time
his
in the
face.
back of my head, I'm like, man, I can't wait to just put this SD card in and see. It should be right. My gut tells me it's 1,000% good.
That's
but
fun.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been I am gonna be fine. I have a therapist. I have a support system. I have a stellar support system, and also I'm willing to continue to do the work. And
Having a therapist probably is, digging up and going through stuff too.
we've only met the one time. We're
Yeah.
meeting again on Tuesday. I have to be really careful with therapy because I was a chemical dependency counselor for a while. And
You're worried you're going to get addicted.
oh God.
Addicted to therapy.
It's I have to be careful because I don't mean to do it, but I turn it into like this game where I try to talk about something horrendous that happened to me, and then I'm like, I'm better now, and then I try to convince him that I'm better.
Yeah.
But there really is no better.
Right.
Like you just kind of, it's just like it just kind of keeps going, just like my recovery,
Just processing.
Yeah.
My therapy turned into
Rude.
is so rude.
It's just the
Why you
buzz.
gotta be so rude?
Just put it.
Flip it over.
away.
Flip it over.
Fucking
Put it
trying.
like-
You guys are
it's like,
not.
let me reply real quick. Let me reply real quick.
I'm gonna put it away and
I'm
just.
not replying. I'm
gonna-
fucking
hold on.
silencing it. Wait, no, I just turned the ringer on.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, my therapy would just turn into because she would laugh at me, and
you're making jokes?
Yeah, because I would, I'd
Yeah.
be, and she thought that I was fucking hilarious, and that just egged
I
me
am-
on.
I am
there's
crushing.
yeah, it was so every time it was like a 45-minute open mic, and I would just go in and just destroy, and
You're
I'm like,
like-
oh, I've got this to work on,
You're like,
and it was all
what
bits.
is the deal with my suicidal ideation? I mean, hello.
Yeah, and she would just eat it up.
Yeah, she's like,
No,
God damn it.
no work was done.
Yeah. She's like, do I really have to get 2 drinks? It's like a rum and
Yes,
coke, and I guess
Lisa.
I'll get some.
Set up
I'll get
first,
some
and she's
wings.
like,
I guess.
Yes.
Is it 2 items or 2 drinks? Anyway, keep going, Jess. Yeah. She was like, anyway, what else is going on?
Don't forget to tip.
Yeah. And we'd stop talking. That was cool. I like that.
Well, the joke was over. What? How do you can't?
Just a second ago?
She literally give us that. I had to swallow my spit, my dude.
Imagine if in every conversation, there's a pause. All right, everyone
and
just stop
everybody
talking.
Oh, I guess
I,
my God.
am-
I guess we're done.
silence. Well, I don't have anything else. What are you doing? What are you thinking about right now?
I'm done with this podcast.
Oh my!
Big picture and little picture.
If we can't continually
Hi.
fill the air with speech. I'm done.
Did this not go the way that you?
Dead air.
Dead air.
Done.
I think
Dead
that
air.
we fall into this habit where we're always talking about how we think each episode of the podcast is, but I honestly think this is probably the best episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, how did you think this was gonna go?
I think it was the funny parts have been really funny, and the sad parts and the hard parts were.
Was there any sad parts though? I don't know.
What?
was
There wasn't sad
crying,
parts.
Trey.
There was
Yeah,
a lot of
I
tears.
think a lot
I
of that
cried.
like was internal for you. Is
that not sad enough for you, Trey?
You're overwhelmed and
Am I
you're
not
feeling
meeting-
it, but we're just like seeing
Watching
you cry.
it.
No, Trey, am I not meeting your sadness requirements? Am I not sad enough for you,
He
Trey?
will literally leave here cleansed,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Thank
Your mic's
you.
on. No. We need to bring Trey.
Love
didn't even know you
doing
were
this
crying.
podcast.
You didn't even know I was crying? You don't see my eyes? Filled with tears? I'm talking about my dreams? You don't even know?
It's all listening to Sam.
What the fuck am I even doing here?
So are you gonna tell them that we're a podcast with guests now?
Yeah, we're a podcast that doesn't
We're-
talk about stand-up and we never have guests.
Well, actually, So now we are we talk about stand up and we do have guests
Yeah, we're going to have Rachel.
because we're gonna have another guest
Rachel
next.
FJ. Try to get to the
next
bottom of
episode.
this 9/11 stuff.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Yeah, she's going to be flying in. I was like, you don't have to
Hopefully not.
fly. I was like, you don't have to fly. You live in Tacoma. She was like, no. I have to fly. I'll explain later. And then she,
Yeah,
I don't know. She took off.
true patriot.
Yes, she is.
Love that one. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. Thinking,
Well,
yeah, I know you have
I
questions.
don't like this. I don't know. I wanted to hear more. I wanted to hear more from.
I'm not ready to stop the podcast.
Right.
We just have to. I don't want to ask Brittney questions
Why?
because I.
So that's. I mean,
it's hard for me to
that's
ask
a
the
lot
questions.
of that's a lot of pressure on me. You're like, we're gonna have a guest, and you are gonna
in
interview
charge.
them.
If
They are
I-
my friend, but you are gonna
Listen,
interview them.
If you brought one of your family members on the podcast, I would know that I would need to ask them questions.
How? Well, I mean, I know that I needed to ask her questions.
And you're doing great.
Yeah, but I feel like you could ask her questions too.
I could ask her questions.
Yeah, I think it would be great. Really, you could,
questions.
you could put her on the
Okay,
spot.
okay.
And
I want to ask Sam questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is like the coolest part of being my wife? I just really need to be straight now. Shut the fuck up, Jess.
You would. She's like, what do you think is the prettiest part of my body?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
The best
You
part
look like a
of being
dart.
your wife. I think I already talked about that, about how I'm an introvert and you're an extrovert. So I
Yeah.
can use you as my barrier.
Buffer.
Yeah.
That's not it. That's that's a perk, but I don't know. You're all right. Sorry, I'm on the spot.
Do you think you'd go back to do you want to go back to doing stand up?
Oh no.
I thought you were going to ask, do you think if
Would
you
you
went back,
get
you would
married
get
again?
married?
Yeah. Do you think you want to go back to being
Should
single?
Should I tell the story of how we met? That's kind of cute. Did you already tell? You've already told it, or is it not as funny?
It's in the.
Well, I feel like you have to. No, don't.
No, I have
it's,
to.
Yeah.
So I used to play roller derby.
Ooh, awesome.
What?
No, I'm just thinking about the rest of this story. I like it. There's just one part I wish that
You
wasn't.
could tell
in
by
it.
your demeanor that
What
you are
part?
really excited
doesn't
about it.
matter. Just do
Brought
it.
it up, so.
I don't give a fuck.
So I played roller derby. My roommate and I played roller derby, and she had a
No, I'm
broke-
just making
Yeah.
that noise because I know it bothers you guys.
She had a broken leg, and I came home from work, and she wanted to go out, and I wanted to stay home and watch Jeopardy. And so we went to McCoy's for ladies' night, and Sam was there, and he came up to our table. Oh, my friend had a broken leg, so she had one of those little knee cart things
Yeah.
to push herself around, and he came up to our table and was like, "Hey, do you want to see a trick?" And I was like, "Yes."
More than anything.
Yeah. And he took the little knee cart and like balanced it on his face. And I was like, yeah. Husband.
That's the one.
Babies.
You got together that night?
No.
Yes or no?
What do you mean?
The night that
He
you
wants to
put
know
the
if
thing
we
on
be
his-
fucking.
Yeah.
So he
I don't
put-
want to answer unless I know the
So
question.
you put the knee crate on his chin and you fucked him that night?
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to
Yeah,
say.
no.
We did
Jeez
stuff.
Louise.
No, what actually happened that night?
just hand
So Sam went. Were you working?
I was supposed
Were
to,
you just
but
there?
I know I
you
do.
were
I
just
think I
hanging
worked.
out
No, no,
because
no.
friends were there.
I worked from like 9 to 11,
Yeah.
and then they cut me loose, and I was just hanging out.
You went to the Royal. Do you remember that place?
Oh yeah,
It's not there anymore.
I used to
and
go there and get in fist fights.
You told us that you were going there, and so we like followed you there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and then I don't remember how we decided, but like I think you said you would give us a ride home because you had the truck and we were drunk.
Yeah.
And
Mel, we didn't give Mel a ride though, did we?
she might have stayed out.
Yeah, I think she stayed
That
out.
would have made sense. But and then we got back to my house and we like hung out. I think we were like smoking cigarettes and doing young
back when
people
I smoked
things.
cigarettes.
Lovely.
And
cigarettes.
he asked if he could take a shower.
Red flag.
And I kind of, to myself, I was like, oh, this is funny. This guy thinks he's going to get laid tonight. Like, and he
needs to shower.
He needs to take a shower first.
That
like,
fresh.
wasn't-
one, that's
He
gross.
just really wanted a shower.
I was living on like
been
couches
months.
and shit. I was homeless. Yeah.
So he took a shower at my house.
I was less
The
homeless
night
than I
met him.
was.
And then we did spend the night, but we did not fuck.
Trey.
Trey.
We did other stuff.
Trey's
but
so.
I need to learn how to
If
balance
it
some
makes
stuff
you
like
feel
that.
better, he asked the same thing from Mary.
we did more than make out, didn't we?
I probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I know it happened.
Jeez,
She used her mouth on my penis.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck.
Did you?
Jeez, Louise.
Well, you said that. I don't know. I know that.
I think you did.
You know,
Was it the way I said it that was messed up?
it's. I just remembered that we're not just talking to each other in a room.
No. these are on.
Dude, wait till people
Somebody at
find
my
out.
work yesterday was like, "Oh my gosh, we found your husband's podcast," and I was like, "Great."
Are you worried that they're gonna know?
No, I don't care.
Like, oh my god, I can't believe
She
that's
gave her husband blowjob.
There's people that are, yeah, not anymore. I don't like them.
TMJ.
I don't like them.
I used to have a joke about this, about how I don't give blowjobs, and then I would wait for the audience to like boo. Eventually, like there'd always be some dudes who would start booing.
Yeah.
And I would say, if you'd ever gotten a blowjob from me, you would not be booing
yeah.
that I don't do it anymore.
You're welcome.
You'd be clapping. You'd be like,
Well, for
thank
the
God she
record,
fucking
though-
gave that up.
We be fucking.
Thank you. That's. I don't know why. I feel like the aggressive eye contact with me was unnecessary.
Oh,
But good, you guys. That's amazing. That's really
I was worried. I
awesome.
didn't want to look at Brittney because I thought she might be mad at me. So, welcome to my world.
Good. That's great. Good.
You know, here's a story that I think people would think was funny. Do you remember when I was living over at Luke's house and you looking in the closet?
Yeah, Sam used to live so after you were couch surfing, you moved in with this guy Luke, and it was just you had a bedroom with a mattress on the floor, a dresser, TV, and some kind of gaming. What'd you have?
I had a PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I had a PlayStation 2.
Nice.
Shit was tight.
And
Playing Hot Shots
Set
Golf.
up.
Bro, what do you know about Hot Shots Golf, Trey?
Nothing. I
Shit's
used to play the
fire,
PGA, the
dude.
PGA Tiger
Dude,
Woods.
the Hot Shots
Trey
way better.
literally said nothing.
Anyway.
I know nothing about that.
I'm gonna get, dude. Listen, I'm gonna hit it big,
Never heard
and
of it.
we're gonna do the podcast someday, and I'll get a PS2 and we'll play Hot Shots Golf. It is so fun.
Put it in the green room?
So much better. Yeah, put it on the TV. It'd be fun. Nate will
But
probably
not
watch it, too.
until he makes it big.
So then, and he had like clothes out of a duffel bag, and in the closet there was like nothing in the closet but a paper bag full of knives. Full of,
She was
like,
snooping.
Chefs. No, I wasn't snooping.
Well, I feel like with good reason if you
There's
find a
not
bag
a
full of
lot
knives.
in there.
It wasn't just chef's
and there
knives, it
just
was weird
It was
stuff.
all kinds of knives, and I was like, "Hey, what's up with this bag of knives?" I think we've been dating for like, I don't know,
A few weeks.
A bag of shanks? I love it.
and he was
That's
like,
not. This isn't the bad part. Wait.
he was like, I don't know where this came from. And I was like, this is a weird story that he doesn't want to tell me or something. I always thought that there was something more to it. And then find out like years later, like we were living together. And he was like, yeah, honestly, I have no idea where those knives came from. Like, I've had them. And I was like, but what? And also, like, now that I'm telling the story, I realized, like, you were homeless before that. Like, were you just carrying around a paper bag of knives?
I don't know.
Where did they come from?
I don't know. I have
We
theories.
still
Geeked up, just geeked up all the
Yeah,
time.
dude, I was on one, bro. I just got some knives, Trey. Why did they fucking treat me like this? Couldn't they just be grateful for my come up?
What?
Trey knows what I'm talking about. I got a bag of knives,
Who's
bro.
they?
Yeah.
Us?
You two.
Yeah.
Me and Trey are on a team. You
Grateful
guys are
for
on a
your
team.
come up with a
I
bag
need,
of
I need
knives?
somebody to have my back. Trey's got my back. Yeah. What
It's
else?
weird. We still have one of those knives.
Yeah. Some
I
of
was going to
them.
ask
With the
you,
wooden
so you
handle.
probably still have the whole.
What did I gave him? Didn't I give him to
I have
somebody?
no idea what you did with
I
it.
think I gave him to Bob.
I have a good question. What was the conversation like when you found out that Sam was homeless?
That never really, because
Or when did it dawn on you that like this isn't?
Well, Brittany wasn't doing too great herself.
Wow.
It's all right.
I mean, no, I mean,
Coming from the dude who was homeless.
Damn.
I mean, she was doing better than
I was,
me by
you know.
society's standards.
I would have been closer to homelessness if I didn't have like, you know, I had support, I had like
Yeah.
family in the area that would have, but I was, you know, working, I was working at Hot Topic at the mall.
Nice.
And
Not when you met me. You were working
was I
down
already
south.
at,
You were at
oh,
Pipeline.
at that,
Yeah.
no, I was doing both those jobs.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, it sounds like you were doing pretty terrible.
But they were like not very well paying, and like you know, I was doing roller derby, drinking a lot, and but that's what I feel like I was doing what I should be doing at that age.
Your mid 20s.
Yeah.
By the way, Brittany's 3 days older than me.
That's adorable.
Yeah,
That's really cute.
yeah. So I'm dating an older woman.
No. Yeah.
You guys are old enough to be my parents.
No, we're not.
can both be-
How old
No,
are you?
we're
You're so
not, Jess.
full of shit, Jess. You're like fucking 42 or something. God, I'm old enough to be Trey's parent. Trey, how old are you? You're 20.
24. My dad's
Oh yeah, we are.
my dad's 48. He just turned 48.
Don't.
Dang.
But yeah, we were both.
Yeah. No, I don't know. So when I met Sam, he was couch surfing. And it wasn't long after we started dating that you moved in
Yeah,
with Luke.
I figured it out, yeah.
It wasn't like, you know, I'd go visit him down on at the sidewalk.
Right under the bridge.
Yeah. And
What an understanding.
Trey, you know what I'm talking about? Like, there's different levels of this shit. So, like, I lived in a tent. I lived in like abandoned houses. Like, to me, like, when I was couch surfing, I didn't actually think of myself.
That's not
as,
really
like,
homeless, yeah, when you think about
But
it.
you know what, dude? You know what's weird though is that is homeless.
Yeah.
But
By
we think
definition.
about it different because we've been through some shit, and Jess probably thinks about it different, and probably you too, Brittany. I mean,
No, I mean,
No.
yeah, that's homeless. That's,
Yeah.
if you don't have your own address and your own
A key or a code to your door. You're
right,
basically-
and it's not guaranteed.
yeah.
It's
Or if it's not, if you don't know whose house it is.
But so there was a moment where you were like, he doesn't have a home.
there were
Where you're like, oh, this.
no. I
this
mean,
is-
I didn't really.
this
I was
situation.
renting, so I
No, no, but
yeah.
But like
And-
there was a situation where there was like a moment where you're like, oh, like he just.
Did you
he's
pick
Go
me
to
up?
your
'Cause-
house and have dinner.
I didn't really
like,
think about it that much because I didn't like go. I was kind of a dirtbag too. When I was,
And I
it
would
was
go
like,
over. I would go over to her house.
People lived in like
Yeah.
there were houses that had like names. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah, like the neighborhoods that had like the Pisern or like the Alderwoods or
yeah, probably yeah. So there were like houses in Olympia that
And you knew
were
Noelle.
more transient than
I was living on Noelle's couch when we met.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and you knew Noelle, and you
And
liked
I knew that
Noelle.
you'd been sober for not a long time and
Yeah.
that, you know, you were going through some stuff. And that was, you know, honestly, that was attractive to me because as somebody with, you know, an alcoholic parent and, you know, that kind of stuff in my family and growing up around that, I was like, dang, this is a guy that like is
trying.
and like bettering himself and you know however silly you are or were like there was that serious side of like, well, actually, like if I don't take care of this, then that's it.
Yeah.
And Sam always says that, you know, it's his priorities are sobriety and then family and then
Recovery,
because
family,
and
community
you know,
comedy. Yeah.
I love that because if he doesn't take care of himself, then we don't have him anyway. So
Right.
The first like 3 or 4 years of our relationship was like, it was very intense. We were learning a lot really
the
fast.
first like 9 months, because we dated for like 3 months and then Sam freaked out and we broke up for like 3 months and then we got back together
Yeah.
because he was terrified and I have
I
a
was
lot
gonna
of
go.
debt.
I mean, go ahead. What did you freak out about?
It's not about the debt. It was never about the
Hold
debt.
on. He was upset about.
I think he was just nervous about it because
Because I didn't
he didn't have any
debt.
money and he was
You didn't
scared
have it,
about
yeah.
like getting involved
But I didn't
with
know
somebody.
any money either.
Right, exactly.
nobody
Sometimes
that
we
really
joke about how
figured.
like I made it out of my 20s with in student debt, and Sam.
Yeah, we all end up our shit looks different.
Yeah.
Crippling substance use disorder.
Well, yeah, but like
Well, I have that
I didn't
joke.
get a degree.
You know the joke? I was like, yeah, it's like my wife. You know, she went to college. Like I
Yeah,
talk about
this is the
these.
joke.
The night, you know, you've heard me do that. I was like, my wife, she went to college when she was 19, but I went to the Yakima jail.
Yep.
But then again, I don't owe the Yakima jail $40,000, so looks like I won that one. You know? There was, you know,
Which is kind of wild if you think about it in like a wide view, because like society will pay for people to be in jail for however long that actually like harms them and traumatizes them.
oh yeah, yeah.
But if you want to go to school, like and better yourself, you're gonna be in debt for the rest of your life. Yeah,
We were together for 2 years.
because however much the county or whoever paid for you to be incarcerated, I wonder how much like that would,
I bet
how
it was-
far that would go in education.
Oh, maybe ask him.
Probably just like a year.
Not very far.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
We were together. How,
Educational wise, like it's not.
Brittany was on. Brittany, we were what, together for like a couple years there, and you were on the Nuvering, and
yeah, and then we got
you got
On
pregnant,
the Nuvering.
and we had it. And I
On the
joke
ring.
about
I
this.
forgot about the ring.
I make
but bullshit.
I make
Yeah,
I make
that was a
jokes about
different
it.
time.
I make jokes about it. I don't do that joke that much anymore, but we did make a decision, you know, and it was a hard decision. It could have gone either way. But we decided that we were going to go for it. That like, Brittany said she wanted to do it, and I thought that I thought that I was like, hey, we can do it, and we did it.
Like during intercourse, you had that conversation or before?
No.
Not while I was inside of her.
You were, I thought you were joking. I was like, yeah.
How do you have that conversation? We're gonna do it, and we did it. You know?
We didn't like actually, we just didn't do something else.
Trey.
During intercourse.
We opted out of the abortion.
That is the fastest Trey fastball.
That's another joke that I had. It
I
was
have
like, I
ever
didn't really
seen.
decide to have a kid as much as I decided not to have an abortion.
Not to get rid of it. Yeah, that's what it came down to. But then the hardest part of the whole thing was when I was a bouncer and in college and doing all this other stuff. I was working 3 jobs for a little bit.
Not a great choice. Like,
It was so crazy.
I shouldn't have to like qualify it by saying I love my kids, because obviously
Right, yeah.
like nobody.
We were not
but
ready.
like no, it was not
It
the
was
smart
bad.
decision.
Yeah, it was bad.
Wasn't.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
I love my kid, but man,
young.
we probably should have waited, but whatever. We pulled it off.
The nice
Get it
thing
out of
about
the
having
way,
kids
though.
younger though is like they're 10 and 12 now,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah.
starting to see like it's terrifying, but like they're gonna be adults someday, and then they're gonna leave,
Right.
and then we can do whatever we want.
It's gonna be tight.
Coming up on the other end of it.
Yeah, we're
We
actually
won't be
like,
like 60.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool. We the hardest part of the whole deal was, I think, because then we have another kid because we didn't want the first one to be weird. Which what?
That's a joke.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, thanks. I really
You
care
should
what
do
think.
comedy.
Yeah, I'll try. You too. I'll meet you there. See how
We had another room because I grew up with a sibling, and especially when your family is, if your childhood is rough at all, it's nice to have somebody else to. I mean, even if it's not rough,
pregnant, you guys did get pregnant on purpose.
Yeah,
the second one was
Oliver
on purpose. Yeah, that was fun.
Because I didn't know people did that.
If you heard the joke, I was like, I'm finally having the kind of sex that God wants me to have. The hardest part of the whole deal was, I think, when Oliver was probably like 1.5, and Buddy was
We're in
like,
school.
and I was in school.
I was working full time.
And I was also bouncing still.
No, you weren't.
Or no, I was
You
doing
were
other
working-
stuff. I was doing a bunch of
something
side
else.
jobs, all kinds of crap. I was working for Sue.
Well, and that was right before you started comedy.
Yeah. And then the first, I talk about this, and we can talk about it here, but it really, and I told Brittney about this eventually, but the first time I did stand-up comedy, when I walked off stage, the first thought I had was like, oh my God, like this is going to destroy my marriage. That's the first. It wasn't that I love this. I knew I loved it when I was
It's
up
a beautiful story.
Isn't that great?
But the first thought was like,
Brittany's like, nah, bitch, you don't know about me.
Yeah.
Watch.
it was so hard.
Well, it shouldn't have been, because that's how we've always
Yeah.
done it. Like when we first got together, and like, you know, I mentioned that I was into roller derby. Roller derby was the first thing that I had like really like, I like a community that I like dove into.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first activities that made it to where like the person that I was dating was not like my
Primary.
world or my focus really.
Yeah.
So when we started dating, you had other shit going on. You were working your
Doing
program
recovery
and
stuff, yeah.
you know, and then I had my
You're
other
doing roller
thing.
derby,
And
yeah.
so we kind of did this like parallel, and even now we are very different people.
Totally.
And we're kind of like independent together and do our own thing. So when you came home the first night, I still remember when you came home after doing stand up for the first time, and you were so excited and so happy. And I was just like, awesome. Like, this is the perfect thing for, I mean, people had been telling you to do it.
Yeah, people told me to do it.
People
for a
are
long
constantly telling him how funny he is and to do, and there were other speaking things that you did before.
time. Yeah. That's why I really did have a decent 15 minutes, like 2 or 3 months in. I
Right.
could do 15.
Yeah.
And I was doing 15, 2 or 3 months in.
Well, you'd had like speaking stuff where
Right,
like
it
you
makes
did
sense,
work
'cause
jokes
you're-
into
yeah.
it and
Well, jokes are
telling jokes your whole
everything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, jokes are how I survive. My thing with the whole like first 2 or 3 years was
Yeah, it was rough because then we had to figure out the
balance,
balance of like
yeah.
you being gone and me like having my own thing to do, because my own thing at that time was babies.
yeah.
That fucking pissed me off.
I would the thing that I did, and I'm still really proud of this. Like I have guilt because I feel like I did miss a lot of stuff when they were really little. I was there for a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but I did miss some. I missed some stuff too. But a thing that I would do is we would go on dad adventures. Like I'd feel so bad because like I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna be gone Friday and Saturday, and I'm gonna go to Portland, and I'm not gonna make any money, and I'm gonna be in my 2003 Kia Spectra. I'm not going to make any money. But then on Sunday, I'd be like, all right, like, I'm taking
gonna
them
do.
all day. And I
have like a day at home alone.
yeah.
Amazing.
It was awesome. And that made me feel better. But then the thing is, too, is like, so I'm doing that. I'm doing comedy full time. I'm doing a daddy day. And then I'm in school.
Yeah.
Or like, it was crazy. Like, I don't think.
There were so many times during those couple of years where we would like get so stressed out, and it was always this idea of like just keep our heads down, just keep like getting through it, because there was always like once you finish school, once I get a promotion, once blah blah. It was like just pushing to the next thing. Once the kids are out of diapers, and now like all those things are like starting to kind of close up, you know, like resolve.
Actually happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're actually like
it's weird.
doing okay.
Yeah, doing great.
Yeah.
Don't cry.
I'm not crying right now.
Just stop crying.
I was crying earlier.
Crying. You were just crying again too.
I got Brittney that necklace. Isn't that pretty cool?
It's very pretty.
I get her necklace.
Yeah, you look great. I love your hair. I love
It's
all of
fucking
it. You look
amazing.
amazing. I love it.
I like it. You look like a cool train conductor.
You said that I looked like a lawn. What did you say? A lawn dart?
Just a regular dart.
Just a regular
So you look
dart.
like a dart.
I don't know what that meant.
She's just skinny. She looks like a dart.
What does that mean?
Is that like a skinny joke?
Sure. Sure.
Like,
You look like a lawn dart.
yeah,
I didn't say
One
lawn
of
dart, I
those
said
big.
dart.
Well, I don't know.
whatever.
I look like a water balloon.
A water balloon.
Yeah, I look like a water balloon.
What? No.
Brittney, I think you should come back on the podcast again sometime.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
I think we're
And
probably
joining us.
For
have
having
created
me.
enough content.
Wow.
I'm so.
It's enough for you guys.
Do we get enough clips? Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, cut it.
Do you like that?
Hey, I want to say this, and I know Jess agrees with me, and I know probably Brittney and Trey agrees with me too. Is that this podcast is important to us? If you like it,
It's not important to me at all.
Literally, Brittany's like, I have no skin in this game. Don't give a fuck. Honestly, it cost me money. I prefer if you didn't do it.
we are switching up the format a little bit, and we're gonna have some guests. We're not gonna have all comedian guests, but we are gonna have Rachel FJ next week. And then I have a personal request. I think you should book a guest, but I don't think every other one should be a comedian.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not having comedians, but now we're going to have every other comedian.
You know, like when he just comes up with a rule.
And then, yeah, and that's what we're going to
I'm
do.
all
we're
right
doing.
with the
Sam would be
pushback.
like terrible to play with as a kid too.
Like,
Now we're doing this.
Right.
Our kid.
Yeah.
You know it's supposed to be 2 hands. No,
One of our kids does that
that's
actually.
not-
He's like, this is how we're playing now. These are the rules.
I don't feel that strongly about anything.
Well, and that's the card that he always plays. Oh, he's like, I don't care, but I am gonna berate you for the next 15 to 20 minutes. But I don't care. I'm not upset by it.
But I will bitch.
But
And I really thought
I am
was
gonna
gonna
bring
get
it up
out-
a lot.
Get out of here without any more.
Why would you think that?
Because I'm on the edge. I'm on a cliff right now.
yeah,
On an emotional cliff. And all it takes is
I just could like in my head. I just went boop.
one really weird,
Like a cat.
long, skinny finger. One weird, long, skinny finger to push me off, connected to a skinny arm and a skinny rest of body to push me off. That's all it takes. If a skinny person kills me
Yeah.
in the end, I'm going to be so sad.
I was gonna say in the end, does it? It doesn't really matter.
It's gonna be the end. When you
If you're listening to this podcast and you like it, tell people about it. And yeah,
don't tell me about it.
I think
Tell everyone but Brittany.
If you see me, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
this has been fucking fantastic,
Oh, good.
and I love
Yeah.
you a lot.
Glad I could.
This is sweet.
You know what? Fuck it. I love you too.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here.
I hope that me saying that I love you makes you uncomfortable.
It does. I'm not gonna. Look at the time.
Fucking
Look at the
deal with it.
time. Oh.
Jess, you've become
That's what I do in my coworkers.
you've become my best friend.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah.
You're my best friend too.
Oh, it's fucking weird.
have to
Huh?
say
I'm not gonna cry, but
Trying to
did
make,
it feel? It
trying to
felt. I tried to. You're
like,
my
"No."
best
did I
friend.
make you? Did
Don't tell my
I
other best friends.
I'm your best friend, but you're not
Did I
my
make
best
you?
friend.
Did I make you cry with that message for real that I sent you that one day? Did I get you?
Oh yeah, that was a good one. That one was
Let's
nice.
go.
Yeah, there was
Why are you trying to
one.
make people cry?
Yeah, it was a nice
Fucking
message.
even it up
Yeah,
over here, Mr. Waterworks.
Do that to you.
Supposed to be a tough ex-con. What the fuck?
right.
You don't
You
have
know
to
what?
engage in
Actually-
toxic masculinity.
Actually, I got your toxic
Actually.
masculinity right here.
Actually,
Hey, Trey, turn off their mics. No, don't actually do it.
I'm like, Trey, don't you
Why
dare.
would you listen to him?
His finger was on the button.
Like literally,
It's not my team. We've decided there were teams today. But no, I'm not going to do the thing where I get all upset or no. I won't.
Nah.
I listen to Knowledge Fight all the time. By the way, that's like my favorite. I don't need to give them a plug, but that's my favorite podcast.
Knowledge Fight is amazing.
Knowledge Fight's a good podcast.
I'm going to work.
We're going to Classical Night. I'm doing comedy in the town Brittney grew
So
up
much
in.
fun.
Yeah.
gonna
If you're
be
listening to this,
awesome.
by the way, if
Tigers.
you're in the Midwest, Cincinnati, I don't know. Wait, well, this won't come out in time. Never.
But go ahead. Just do it for fun's sake. I mean, like a real comic.
No, I don't give a shit. Come see me in Wenatchee at the end of the month. Good job, Trey. Good job, Jess. Good job, Brittany.
Okay, bye-bye.